Hey listeners, Jonny here. I wanted to pop in here because in this arc, we're getting into a more human kind of horror, which means things get real. I'll be getting into some of the implied traumas in our characters' pasts. There are specific content warnings in the show notes, and if those are things that are difficult for you to hear, you'll want to be careful with this arc. Take care of yourselves, we love you all, and we hope you enjoy the show. Welcome to the Monsters Playbook, a real play Monster of the Week podcast that's basically an anime at this point. Like, let's be real, it's just an anime. It is. It's audio, but also it's anime. What do you think, I'm mad about that? I'm literally not. This week on the cover story, Theo's latest decision has its natural fallout. While Kira deals with that, Mark looks to players on the sidelines for information on what to do next. Anna makes a troubling deal, and Casey and Tiff try to find common ground. Confusing, right? Who'd have thought that those two could have anything in common?
I'm Sarah, and I play Tiff Torres.
I'm John, and I play Mark Clayton.
I'm Lauren, and I play Kira and Anna Ashwood.
I'm Miah, and I play Casey Davis and Theo Nessos.
I'm Jonny, and I play literally everybody else, so here we go. Okay, so where I want to pick up actually is with Theo and Kira.
Yeah. All right, so we see all these figures staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see these figures?
Yeah. I mean, they do look like sort of human figures, largely composed of a dense collection of like fireflies.
Mm-hmm.
But you can make out,
I was going to ask, can I tell who they are?
Why don't you roll read a bad situation?
Theo rolled a 10.
Okay.
Was that read a bad situation?
Mm-hmm.
And did you want me to ask 3 questions?
No. I want you to get to recognize 3 of the people. I think I mentioned there were many, many people.
Mm-hmm.
And as their forms are sort of shifting in and out of recognizability, but most of them look quite old, with the exception of there is a youngish, sort of late 20s man who you recognize as the late Georgios Spanos. And then there is an old woman who you recognize as Elenia Laskaris.
You're not making this easy on me.
I'm having a great deal of fun with all the Greek. And then one you recognize as who is actually your great aunt, Dimitra Demos, and her husband Nikolaos.
Demetria is my aunt?
Great aunt.
Great aunt.
Georgios Spanos died in like 1880. At least those 4, they're all Maggio.
I think Kira would look at these figures and be like, are they supposed to do that?
It's not exactly what I had in mind, but it was sort of what I had in mind. The things that these shapes are made of, it's magica. It's where I get my source of magic from. At least one source that I get, that I can use.
Why are they staring at me?
You know, in hindsight, probably should have shown you or brought you here. There are at least 3 of these I can recognize. They're Maggio.
Your family?
2 of them are, but the other ones are just part of the organization. There's many of us.
Well, as long as they don't do me any harm, but don't have any issue with them. Am I picking up on like anything weird like with these like creatures? Are they doing anything weird to me, these figures, that I can sense? Or just interested in me at the moment?
Roll read a bad situation.
No, that's a 5.
They seem cool.
I wanted to show you, like, this is one way that I can tap into some power. It's still new to me and it's not always there, but there are other ways that I can become more powerful. The eye being one of them. Using blood in a spell is another, kind of like what we did in Duluth with Lysander.
Isn't that dangerous?
I think there's an overwhelming, booming whisper from every single one of the figures. They all say, "No blood."
Do I hear that too?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sounds like it is dangerous.
It's definitely frowned upon. I haven't used it really since Duluth.
Liar.
I realized that after I said it, but still, I think Theo would still keep to it.
You use it all the time.
Uh-huh. Thank you for showing me this. I worry about you, Theo. The fucking dagger was using it, and we know what kind of people she ran with.
Can Theo dispel, magicka and stuff?
She can roll to dispel magic kind of stuff.
12. Advanced move.
Okay. Well, no.
Use magic?
It's not a use magic, though. It's force of will.
Oh! Yeah, okay, no, it's still weird. So yeah, it's still 12.
I think the form you recognize as Demetra will turn towards you and at first smile and then give an odd facial expression that you recognize as sort of pity. And then she'll explode into dots of green lights and fade from view, as will all of the other forms.
I mean, you say the dagger ran in bad circles, but I'm not gonna use it like she did.
I hope so.
Citation needed, Theo.
I think Kira would reach for your hand with the finger missing. Haven't they already taken enough from you?
That's why I have to stop them.
Don't let them change you into something that you're not. You're a good person. And if you let me, Kira will hug you, and then she's going to walk away.
Yeah, Theo will let you hug her.
Yeah, I think Kira will walk away, and I think, honestly, she's going to look for... This is that evening, right? Before?
Yeah. It's getting quite late.
Yeah, I think she's going to look for... can we assume that, we would be filled in on, the stuff that, Anna and Mark, learned?
I think that's fair.
And don't have to rehash it.
Boring to pretend otherwise.
Yeah. Okay.
You all know everything everybody knows. Who's Kira going to find? And then I do want to cut away to somebody else.
Yeah, so I want her to find her team, and I kind of want her to set Yuna and Edgar to, I think, kind of keep watch and patrol the dress barn in case anything else finds its way back here and wants to attack us. And then I think with Verdigris, I think she might actually have him hit the books and try researching some stuff about that. Maybe that curse that is whatever is going on with Emily. See if he can figure out what exactly is preventing her from speaking, if there's anywhere to break it, that kind of thing. See if he can find out anything in my lore library / magical library I have.
Will you roll on his behalf, then investigate a mystery and give him +1 on top of yours?
Okay, that is a 10.
Okay. Then will you roll act under pressure on behalf of Yuna and Edgar?
That is also a 10.
Okay, sick.
So I get 2 questions. Do you want me to ask those now?
Sure.
What is the nature of the curse? How does it work?
She's bound to him and sustained by him. She can't move against him personally, nor can she die physically.
How is the curse broken?
The curse can only be broken by Mr. Green himself willingly revoking it, or if the caster dies. So, Verdigris comes to you and tells you these things. I think that's why killing her would attract his attention.
That makes sense. Would Mr. Green be the one that cast this curse?
Presumably. What are you suggesting?
Well, if there's only a couple ways to break the curse, killing him would maybe release her from it. Thanks, Verdigris.
Mark, what are you doing with your evening?
I think Mark is trying to get in contact with Ro right now.
Okay.
Because he wants to learn more about Green and how he knows of my princeness, I guess. How did this situation digress with Anna? Did we just depart after that?
I think so. I think you had asked if I knew anything, and I didn't.
Well, because she was still standing there and everything.
Mm-hmm. I do think Anna would, since they're not really learning anything new, I do think Anna would actually accept Emily's offer and say, all right, I'll kill him for you. Now tell me how this fucking charm will work. And she'd ask Emily to help with that.
Okay. You're not going to have any trouble getting in touch with her. I think you kind of just reach out, and then it's like she sort of assembles the moonlight that's beaming through the windows into sort of a shape that's just the reflections of her.
Okay, so like she's not physically there, like it's a hologram?
Yeah, like it's a sort of projection that's using what she sort of deems useful to appear here. So yeah, super, super tall. You can just see the like pushed back front and explosive back of her hair, like a single firework.
How does Green know I'm a prince? How does he know of me? Do you know Green, or does he just know of us?
Roll investigative mystery.
8.
I want you to think very carefully for just a moment what question you want answered, because you will get the true answer to that question.
Do you want some help?
Yeah, what do we really want to know about Mr. Green? Slash Mark. It's totally valid if you want to ask how he knows about
Mark's
you.
thinking corner.
Yeah.
Mark's musings.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm thinking is we know how to distract him.
How we get his attention is killing Emily.
Do we know his weakness?
Mm-mm.
Damn it, Johnny. What is his weakness? Is it Hawaiian pizza?
Hates the stuff. It practically kills him. So I think she'll say, Mr. Green used to be a human, or something close to it.
And what, I guess, happened to him?
Apotheosis.
What's it?
He was a man obsessed with control and decided to try to become a god of it.
I see. And it got the better of him?
Or he of it.
How do you stop something like that?
Usually, you offend it. He wants perfect order. Give him chaos. He wants to be something more than human. Remind him that humanity is something more than him.
Does the power that we have, has that ever concerned you with the situation like him? You know, us losing control?
I do not wish to control. I am freedom, Mark Clayton. I'm the sky. He doesn't wish to rule our worlds, Mark. He wishes to change them.
I understand. It'll be tough, but I think we can figure this out. Thank you. Then I think Mark just is, like, contemplating and tunes out.
I think she's going to walk over to you and, like, place a hand under your chin and raise your face to look at hers and say, tell me, Mark Clayton, does your obsidian stone reflect the sky? And she'll sort of dissolve into light and dark.
Mark lets out an anime.
No! Stop.
I think that as she just disappears, Mark is kind of like accepts the statement and just kind of looks down, contemplates what she said, slowly takes out his stone and looks at it. I guess, what do I see in the stone?
I'm going to have you roll plus weird.
12.
You see the roiling cloud flames that you saw in the Emily vision. Casey, what are you doing?
Honestly, I think Casey may have grabbed a bottle of whiskey and gone out to the parking lot to drink it because last we left Casey, Jessie had told her not to leave anything unsaid. So I think now she's just stewing over whether or not she should say something to Tessa.
I'm 80% sure that Captain Torres is going to walk up to you and go, how about that drink?
I mean, he's going to be hanging out in the parking lot, but I think Torres is perceptive enough.
Yeah, if I walked out into the parking lot.
Casey's sitting on the ground, leaning against a matte black motorcycle with a caramel leather seat. A bottle of whiskey is in her hands.
You gonna share that?
Sure, why the hell not? He's a hand holding out to you.
Thanks. Is this your bike?
Yeah. This is Nightmares. Kind of my alternative if I don't have my van, Cosmo.
It's nice.
Well, don't just stand there. You can take a seat, grab some asphalt.
All right.
Aw.
Do you often drink beside your bike out here in parking lots?
No, I mean, I usually try to. I just needed some space to think. It's a little busy in there.
Got something bothering you?
Can you roll manipulate someone? Because like literally earlier, Casey also was like, "We're coworkers, we're not friends."
10.
Yeah, I just got a lot on my mind. It's kind of complicated and a long story.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I'll take a shot if you do.
And you'll mark experience.
Like a drinking game. You tell me something, I'll tell you something. Pass the bottle.
Sure. You remember what happened that day during the dream dive accident?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I ever told you, but the person who infiltrated my mind removed all of the memories I had about this girl who had died, but now she's back.
Mm-hmm.
You have to drink now.
That's all I get? I mean, I'll drink, but it's gonna be a tiny sip because that was...
I mean, we have the whole bottle.
Okay. Is this a friend?
Girlfriend? Kind of, yeah.
Huh. You know, I had my suspicions, but I didn't want to assume.
Like I said, it's complicated. Work and dating doesn't really work. She's like the first actual relationship I've had in like 3 or 5 years.
I thought you just said she was dead.
Well, she came back to life. Like I said, it's complicated.
Was dead. Now she's not anymore.
Classic.
It's not that complicated.
I mean, she's not dead anymore because the timeline of reality sort of changed and she ended up going into hiding for like 12 years. And then she showed up and needed my help.
Okay. I mean, my ex is from another dimension, so I kind of know what you're talking about.
All right, give me that bottle. Now you get to talk.
I hand you the bottle.
This is also reminding me of Avatar: The Last Airbender. My first girlfriend turned into the moon.
That's rough, buddy.
Okay. Casey has the bottle. Tiff has to talk.
We're actually kind of texting tonight. I went and saw her for the first time in like 5 years.
She's the one that did the tarot card reading.
Yup.
And how did that go? Good texting or bad texting?
Honestly, I have no idea. Do you want to read it?
I mean, it's your choice. I'm also not the greatest with flirting and stuff, so I'm not going to be able to enlighten you at all. Plus, you've got a couple years on me.
Ouch.
Casey just takes a long drink.
Not that old.
No, like, you look great. You're fine.
Did you hear that? You're fine, Torres.
Casey will manipulate someone.
Thank you.
8. I need to cleanse my dice.
Torres, you are like maybe 30% sure that Casey is hitting on you.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Or if not hitting on, then at least into.
Should we put together any sort of plan for tomorrow? I mean, this is my boss's office we're going to be walking into, and she does see you as an enemy.
I mean, if it helps, she's also my boss, too. She's my handler. I mean, no, but honestly, I kind of don't want to think about work right now. I mean, it'd be a great distraction, just like this drinking. But I'm sure you know, like, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, have you told this woman, like, everything that you want? Like,
No. Why would I?
Why would I make my needs known?
Communicate. Sorry, what?
right?
I sent her an emoji that she really likes. She told me she missed me. She also told me she hates me, but she also misses me, so.
If I could prod, I really want Casey to ask, and what is it you want? And then if Tiff answers completely, Casey will have to drink.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Casey's gonna be like, but, like, we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Like, are you sure you're gonna not tell her, like, what you truly want to or you need?
I mean, she's really fucking pissed at me. I didn't really end things on the best terms, and...
But I mean, what if you go out tomorrow, like, you're gone? Are you gonna regret her being angry at you?
I just don't want to make things worse for her. You know?
Casey will manipulate someone. I see what you're doing.
12 advanced move.
Tiff, roll act under pressure.
11, but I kind of want to fail.
Well, 11 means it's your choice. And then if you do it, you'll mark experience as normal. As I understand what you're trying to say, Casey, Tiff, if you text Leth back explaining what it is you want from and with her, you'll mark experience. And get a +1 on the inevitable manipulate someone roll.
Tiff lets out like a really long sigh, one of those like, kind of like I don't know what to call those.
That's a big question.
Yeah.
I know, right? You know, Jesse did the same mindfuck to me earlier.
Did you tell your girl?
Yeah, Casey, did you?
I mean, what do you want from that? You said it was complicated. In which direction is it complicated? Tiff is also kind of like opening up her phone and going to less contact and then like putting it face down.
Well, that's what I'm hoping sitting out here with my bike drinking's gonna help.
Oh, you're trying to decide.
I'm trying to... Yeah. I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't want to make the wrong call.
Not to pry.
I mean, you have to drink before you can pry. And Casey hands you the bottle.
Give me it back. Well, I guess let's start with the positives. What do you like about her?
Yeah, Casey. What do you like about her?
I like that she's a lot of fun. And that she always has a sense of humor and just this air of confidence around her. No matter what, it puts me to shame, honestly. I mean, it says something that she's survived being on the run for the past whatever amount of years with assassins going after her. She has a much better fashion sense than I do. But it's kind of hard to say what's nice about her, because it's been years. Like, we got together in high school, and then she was gone, and I thought she was dead for 12 years. We're not teens smoking at the park bench.
Tiff, who just got told you're the high school, sitting here like...
Does this sound familiar, Tiffany?
Fuck! Which means she's gonna have to defend Tessa. I mean, isn't that the point of dating? To get to know someone? Like, yeah, maybe she changed, but you've changed too, right? Maybe you've changed in good ways.
Yeah, no, I'm totally, like, it's just the job.
Look, all I'm saying is...
Don't worry, you don't need to, like, pass on some great, all-knowing wisdom, although, like,
well, I
from
clearly don't have any, because... I mean, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it.
I just don't know, because I haven't had any time.
It's a yes or a no. And if it's not a yes, it's a no.
What if it's a maybe?
It doesn't usually work like that.
So, are you gonna text her?
Fuck it. Let's do it. You're gonna help me write this, right?
I will try my best. Let's maybe start simple. What's her name, by the way?
Her name is Leth. She's goth and really fucking cool. And she knows everything, always has an answer, on top of her shit, a fully realized adult. I don't know why she's ever talked to me in her life, but you know.
Not to be weird, but it sounds like you almost described my girlfriend.
Well, in that case, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
your text message. Let's focus on that.
great.
So where do you want to start? What was the last thing you sent her? Or last thing she said?
The last thing she said was "fuck you."
Strong.
But it's not as bad as it sounds. It's not as bad as it sounds.
Like, is it a like, oh, fuck you, or like an angry fuck you, or like, you know, underlying come over fuck you?
Well, I asked to come over and she shot me down, you know.
So not that kind of fuck you.
She said she still misses me. And then she said, fuck you. And then she said, I miss you. And then she said, fuck you again. It was kind of like a sandwich.
Yeah.
So,
a fuck you sandwich. Got it.
A fuck you sandwich. Yeah. So I'm thinking she's mad that she still, you know, has feelings for me. So working with that, I told her she could stay.
Wait, hold on. Casey takes a drink and hands it to you.
Thank you so much. Good God. I drink more.
Yep.
So I told her, like, you know, I'm going to try to keep myself in one piece so you can stay mad at me, whatever. And like, she read it. She didn't respond. But like, I think it's a good thing. So now I have to double text and be like, hey, what's up? It's 2 a.m. Oh my God, I miss you so much. Like, breaking up with you was the worst mistake I've ever made in my life. Like, please come back. Like, I'm on my knees here. I'll do anything. Like, I don't know that that's the play.
I mean, I don't think it hurts to say, I regret breaking up with you.
I just like, she's subtle. I think I've always been a little too much. So I want to keep it contained. Maybe just like, if shit goes wrong tomorrow, I'll regret not saying this.
You could start with, I want to say,
you're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, but maybe something like, if I don't say this.
This is a strong start. I like the start. If I don't say this, I'm like typing.
I'm going to regret.
Is this a Casablanca line?
Out of all the dress barns and all the suburbs and all the world, she had to walk into mine.
Ooh, what about this? I'm sorry that I'm not perfect, but when I was with you, you filled... I don't know. Casey drinks. But the beginning was good. You know, like it's
dot. You know.
I didn't want it to say like, and then you make me perfect, because like nobody likes somebody who thinks that they're perfect. Like that's just obnoxious and cocky, you know.
Well, I don't want to do the whole "you made me a better person" bullshit either, because all she's ever done is try to fix me, and it's not gone great.
Okay. So then, okay, this is gonna be weird, but just, I know I'm not goth, and I'm not Leth, but like, what would you say to me?
To you?
What would you just say? Yeah. Like, pretend if I was Leth, or if I was...
Are you Leth or are you? I'm getting confused.
You're pretending that I'm Leth. What would you say? Like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I would probably just try to make out and hope we didn't have to talk about it.
Okay, that's fair. I totally see that. But she's mad at you, but she still misses you.
Mm-hmm. Same tactic.
Okay. Maybe, like, let's back up. You're standing outside of Leth's house, and you can scream whatever you want at the house. What would you say?
Let's make out.
Got it.
Don't give her that.
Oh, I would just be like, you gotta open the door. Please.
Okay, here. Can you give me your phone?
Yes.
Okay, Casey's gonna take your phone.
Why?
Please don't text her.
I'm not. No, I'm gonna open like a note.
Please.
Like go to your note app and start a little draft.
Oh God.
And say
my notes app drafts are really embarrassing and sad. Lists of groceries and like don't forget to pay your taxes.
Same. I think Casey will type.
I do think that if there are notes open, they are very basic, like executive function type to-do lists.
Yeah.
If you look at all, I think they are like basically reminding herself to do the things necessary to stay alive.
100%.
Shower. Buy peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
If you only do one thing today, make it be eating peanut butter.
I'll fucking kill you if you don't do this one chore that's been on your thing for like 3 months and you haven't done it. Bitch, Go to the post office.
So you begin to write a draft.
You swear you're not texting her?
No, I'm writing it in a draft. Casey like shows you.
I really hope you make her act under pressure to like not accidentally like share it.
Oh, Lauren, shut your fucking mouth.
I don't even know how or whether you could do that.
Oh yeah, you can.
Notes.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, that'd be horrific. Tiff has shared a notes with you.
Instead of hitting the done button, I hit the like send off.
Leth would be the first suggestion because she was the most recent person she texted. Although if somebody did that, I would be like, well, at least they were agonizing over what to say to me. Couldn't draft it in the messages app. It's too risky. My God, are you writing a novel?
I'm trying to think, okay? Hold on. I told you that I wasn't always the best.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I could just type here, like, I just want to make out with you. Because clearly, the 3 times I've asked you, that's all you want to do. Which I mean,
just think it.
Oh my God.
After we make out, then we can talk.
Chill?
What do you think of this? In case you'll shove your phone back into your hand. And it says, I want to get this out. I was not a great person, and you've always wanted better for me. Thank you. I've always wanted to be the one for you, because you're the one for me.
Whoa. Damn, Casey, that's actually pretty good.
Sometimes it works out. Most of the time it doesn't.
She slurred.
Mm-hmm. It's riddled with typos.
I wanted to get this hour. I was nor a great person. And oof, always wanted bester for mem.
Tiff doesn't notice the typos and is like, perfect. Just kidding.
Send it.
So what do you think? I mean, maybe the thank you is a little bit too much, but like,
I'm gonna cut the thank you. I think the ending. I don't want to say like you're the one for me. You know, I don't want to put that pressure on her. I just want her to know. I did tell her in person she always deserved better. So I guess maybe I did already say my piece.
I mean, if you disappear tomorrow, are you going to be okay with it? Well, why? What is it that you are not okay with her not knowing if you're just gone tomorrow?
I feel like I just came into her life and made it worse. And if I die, it's just going to be one more problem for her to deal with.
So why don't you say that?
Doesn't sound very attractive.
Yeah, but it shows that you care. Like, you care about how she is and how your impact.
I'm starting to think that it doesn't.
That your life doesn't matter to hers? Or, I mean, she texted you. And she helped you.
I mean, before this, she had me blocked.
Oh. Are you still blocked? Well, no, she's texting you.
Well, she unblocked me after I showed up at her door and literally stuck my foot in it. She might be seeing someone anyway. I kind of think maybe the best thing is just to let her.
I want Casey to press the button so hard.
I was just about to say, can Casey grab Torres' phone?
Oh, shit.
I want Casey and Tiff to each roll act under pressure.
Oh my God.
Casey's going to add 2 to this. I rolled a 15.
Oh my God.
I was sitting here so smug because I rolled a 13.
Oh, sweetheart. That's cute.
Did we correct the typos?
Well, I didn't want to send exactly that whole thing.
So I think what's going to happen is a brief but intricate series of like
I'm imagining us like running around the motorcycle, running like around the parking lot.
I'm imagining much more of like a anime or like a old kung fu movie fight scene trying to get a thing away from each other, where like you hit her on the wrist and she drops it, you catch it, and then she kicks your hand and shoots it up and she's ready to catch it, but you tackle her out of the way and catch it instead, and it goes back and forth like this type tackle.
Can I make a suggestion to the end of
You
that?
may.
I'm gonna hate this, but because Tiff got the vibe that Casey was 30% hitting on her, that like Casey ends up on top of Tiff, like straddling her like with the phone, holding her like away, like I got this, don't worry about this.
And then you send it.
I want to send it, but without the thank you.
I think that's the right call.
So tell me precisely what the text says.
Haha, it wasn't me. Friend stole my phone.
I think
Haha, party foul.
Oh, well, that's funny, right?
just write it all out and end, just end it with like LOL.
I always wanted to get this out. I was not a great person, and you always wanted better for me. I always wanted to be there for you because you're the one for me. LOL.
So what I want to send, I want to get this out. I was not a great person, and you've always wanted better for me. I have always wanted to be the one for you because you're the one for me.
Tiff, roll manipulate someone.
Oh, is this for how it's received? Don't tell me that, Johnny, because
And then you'll add a +1 on top of whatever you add.
then it's a 7.
Can I help out?
Yes.
Don't tell me that's how it's received.
Well, now I'm not going to tell you.
So 12 advance move.
That makes
So
it
it's
a
a
12.
Thank God, thank you.
I think Casey literally just like, 'cause I think she's tipsy at this point. Send and like drops her phone like what?
Mic drop.
Yeah, but I am imagining it skipping on the cement.
You sent it.
It'll be fine.
You sent it.
Yeah.
Tiff, will you, for reasons that I do not care to explain, roll act under pressure?
6.
Oh no. Casey goes, sent, and drops the phone, and you hear a very distinct crashing sound.
Oh, no.
It lands on one of the corners and flops uselessly to the ground.
I need the answer.
I mean, you can leave her in suspense. Make her the one that's like chasing you.
You just texted
Oh,
my ex-girlfriend and then you broke my phone on the pavement.
It's still got a SIM card. You could move it to another phone.
Can you fucking drive us to a T-Mobile right now? I fucking need my phone.
It's the middle of the night.
Just chill. Hold on. Casey's
Can
gonna
we-
like, stand up and like go over to like where they left the whiskey bottle and like hand it to Torres as Casey's
Thank
pulling
you.
out her phone, and Casey's gonna hack Torres's phone.
How are you going to do that?
I mean, Casey was able to hack into like Mark's security system. So is there a way to like access?
Casey built Mark's security system.
Yeah, is there any way that I can like access Tiff's account? I mean, I have the phone here.
I mean, you're also quite drunk.
Just here. Just have a drink. Chill out. I mean, is it that how cracked is it? It's still working?
It's well shattered, and the screen is
Well,
like etched with broken glass lines and also completely black. So what I think is going to happen is that you drop it, it breaks well and truly. Tiff looks at you like, kind of, what the fuck? You make a face like, ooh.
I hand her the whiskey bottle.
You just, oh, drink.
You know what'll help your nerves? Just here, drink some more.
So, okay. I'm going to wrap up the Casey and Tiff scene. Does Theo have anything else she wants to do? Does Mark have anything else she wants to do? Kira, your people are going to spend the remainder of the evening doing what you sent them to do.
Yeah.
What does Anna want to do?
Well, Anna wanted to talk to Emily to ask her about that charm thing, because I think she wanted to say to Emily, like, yeah, okay, like, well, I'll kill Mr. Green. How do I fucking get this to work then?
Okay. I think she's going to say, the curse to bind an angel will be strong, but it can be severed, and it must be severed proper. It'll be on his throat.
His throat? How do I sever it?
How'd you sever anything? With a knife.
So you're telling me I have to cut something off this angel's neck?
Easiest way. You can't hurt it.
She's telling the truth.
Not really.
I don't know if I buy that. It's not going to hurt it. Getting chopped in the freaking neck.
Not permanently. It's not a little boy. It's an angel.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. So this charm isn't going to do anything then? The one that Anna had been working on?
You've got to understand, you're in a whole new league here. It'll work for a time, and then it will stop. But if you put it to a blade, you've a job to do. I've told you how to get it done.
What exactly do you want Riley to help you with?
Well, that's my business. Or I'll manipulate someone.
8.
I think she'll say, I don't see that that's much of your business, Anna. Is it?
Well, you've sort of made it my business by having me kill this Mr. Green for you.
All I've done is made that your business.
Fine. Keep your mouth closed. Seems like you've had a lot of that lately, from what I've been hearing.
Careful.
Don't worry, you're not on my shit list. Not yet.
Are we to be enemies now?
No! I don't even really know you.
And I suppose you're not a listener. I've no quarrel.
All right, then. We kill this Mr. Green. What happens next? You leave us alone?
You kill Mr. Green, and I'll owe you.
A favor from you. Gotta be pretty special.
You have no idea.
All right. Anna will reach out her hand and we'll shake Emily's hand. We have a deal.
I think she sort of looks surprised as she takes your hand. When she releases it, she kind of goes, can I ask kind of a weird question?
Something tells me you're going to anyway.
How old are you?
You never ask a woman her age.
Well, I don't think you're quite a lady, Miss Ashwood.
This body is 28 years old. But it was made pretty recently, if that's what you're wondering. Why?
Well, that's why. You don't have the feel of your age.
How exactly does 28 feel?
Exhausted.
Older than you are.
Well, I've been told I'm young at heart.
Cherish it.
All right, whatever. See you later, Emily.
Theo, Mark, anything else you want to do tonight?
I don't know what I want to do, but Mark is growing increasingly concerned about his friend from there. I think it's because he knows that he's going to reach back out to that individual, so I think that Mark telepathically is going to reach out to that individual.
To your friend from there, Lowry. Give me an opening salvo. What do you want to say?
I told you I haven't forgotten, and I keep that promise. How can I help you?
When you help our king, you help me.
The Sky King?
Could you see that she doesn't forget me?
Why would she forget you?
She forgot even you for a time, with your new name.
What if I took you to Row? You know, to get you re-involved. Also, why have you been forgotten? Just like from being there? Did something happen?
What happened to me happened to you, McCormick. We died.
McCormick?
You like your new name, Mark.
Please don't tell me that was his old name.
Why would I tell you that? What, just because it's deeply stupid, you don't like it?
I hate it because Lowry and then McCormick is also a spice.
Yeah.
The brothers. And they died.
We won't forget you. I won't let that happen. Someone that's connected to me like that.
We fell in battle, Mark. You found your way back, but I don't have a new name. We failed. I'll have to prove myself before I can be of any use to you or her.
How do I help you do that?
You can't, or it won't work. I have to help you.
Well, our group has a lot of things that are currently happening right now. I think we may need some help here shortly. We'll be in touch.
I'll be with you. I haven't forgotten you either.
And then I think Mark nods and closes that connection.
Okay.
Where is Mark?
Physically?
Where are we all sleeping and staying kind of thing?
Also, it isn't like a big thing. Like, I think I'm just speaking my mind to him.
Yeah, you were just kind of sitting against a wall someplace, looking off into space. That all happened in astral plane.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just leaning against a wall somewhere?
Yep.
I think, like, I don't know what the layout of the dress barn would look like, but I imagine there's probably, like, you know, the front desk, which is probably honestly where they have, like, a bunch of the weapons, like, stocked up and stuff, if they have any weapons. I think there's probably, like, a back, like, staff's office, which there's, like, probably a bunch of, like, couches and stuff, which is maybe where some people can sleep if they want. But I think otherwise it's just floor in it.
Speaking of sleeping, where is Dockers right now?
He's in Anna's head.
In Anna's head?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Haven't heard from him in a while.
I know.
I was just going to bring that up, actually.
I was just going to say, I have some ideas.
When and wherever Anna thinks to plop down to rest, Dockers will be like, so tomorrow's like kind of a big day.
I know. I think Anna thinks back to that time when she was like, how do we get weed? And Dockers was like, I'm on the case.
I do want to tell you, you get the very distinct vibe that Dockers is giving off like a really odd, surprisingly sober vibe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I haven't talked to you in a minute. How have you been doing?
I mean, not great.
What's wrong?
I mean, since I kind of been hanging around with you guys, looking through your eyes, it's been pretty heavy.
Like hanging out in Anna's head?
Theo's? Has he been in Kira's head?
Well, I mean, no offense, but I've kind of been like hanging out with all of you and bopping around. I mean, we're like cool, but like, I think he was in Theo's head, he was in Mark's head.
He was in Kira's head for a bit.
Yeah. Kind of doesn't feel very groovy, you know?
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. Like, kind of like knowing what's going on.
Buddy.
Yeah, well, if you're up for it, I have something that I might be able to use your help with tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Can you still do that, like, boiling the green thing?
Well, I mean, like I said, I kind of like knowing what's going on. So, like, why?
So I'm supposed to go into ears tomorrow, and I'm supposed to get in touch with this angel. But he's always with the director, so I think we're gonna need to get him a little tuned out for a while I deal with that whole angel situation. So either I distract him somehow, or we just stone him out of his fucking mind.
You want me to hotbox the top cop?
Yes.
Roll manipulate someone.
That whole string of words was gold.
Hot box the top cop.
Shut the fuck up.
That is double sixes, baby. That's a 15.
He holds up 2 blunts.
I do think he does that. like a magic trick, just locked and loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Dockers is gonna smoke up the director. Dupe.
I might want to try talking with him a bit, but when I give the signal, I think that might be a good way to get him.
All right, I think we can have that happen. If nobody else wants to do anything,
I want it to. It'll be really quick, but I do think I want Kira to check in with Tiff.
okay. I'll leave it up to you guys whether Tiff and Casey have sort of split up at this point, or whether you're together when she shows up.
I mean, I'm imagining at some point Tiff goes inside, but Casey stays outside. Like, can I get a moment alone, please? For what it's worth, I'm really sorry about your phone.
It's a little late for that. Just a phone.
I hope she texts you back.
Well, the phone's not really
Well, we
working.
won't find out now, will we?
I mean, at least your head will be in the game. I don't know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It was great.
I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, it was a good talk.
Well, then if Tiff is inside later, I think, Kira would head over to her. Hey, how are you doing?
Hi. Haven't seen you around.
Yeah, it's been just pretty hectic. This whole Agent M thing. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, no kidding.
How's it been, by the way, being undercover? Have they suspected anything?
Oh, honestly, I don't think so. It's been a little routine the past week or so without you guys. Feel like I've just been doing training.
Do you guys have any plan for talking to the author tomorrow?
I tried to ask Casey about it, but she wasn't really in the mood. I honestly have no idea what the angle's going to be.
So we're winging it?
It'll be fine.
We'll talk about it on the way.
Okay.
God, I don't know.
It's okay. You know, we totally winged that conversation that we had with Warren, and that turned out pretty well.
Oh, yeah, Warren with the tooth. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess you're right. Hey, do you have an extra phone by any chance? Or do you know someone who's, like, techie?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna find Talk. Just hang on one sec. I want to go find Talk.
Okay.
Thank you.
Talk is working on Anna's fake credentials for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll look up and be like, has those like telescoping lenses on their glasses?
Mm-hmm.
We'll look up and be like, whoa. Okay, take them off and be like, exfoliate. What's up?
Talk! Rude.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god! I've been nothing but nice to you.
Wait, what?
Talk said exfoliate.
As a tip.
Yeah,
Took
sure.
them by surprise too.
Sure, let's just add that to the day.
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
No, I mean, you've got great skin. Do you have any products you recommend?
I see that I've hurt you. They pointed the glasses that they're wearing are not to be trifled with. You look great. I should maybe get...
I'm going to choose not to dig into this any deeper. Do you have an extra phone or a phone I could borrow by any chance?
Or can you fix this? And I hold up my phone.
Her phone got destroyed.
Ooh, it sure did.
I'm thinking the SIM card's probably still fine if we can just find another phone.
Well, this one's dead if they take the phone from you. Casey, would you roll plus sharp on Talk's behalf?
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a 15.
Hell yeah. I mean, do you need it to be 5G or just get on the internet or just take calls?
I really just need texts right now. And calls would be nice. The internet is... no.
I just need basic basic phone shit.
Yeah, okay. And then I think Talk will like reach into their backpack and pull out like plastic kind of suitcase with a flip latch on the end that's maybe this wide, and flip it open, and there is like 3 on the bottom and 3 on the top smartphones of varying generations. And they'll pick one from sort of the middle that looks like maybe a Pixel 2.
Okay.
And pop it open and put the SIM card in and just kind of hand it to you without looking up at you, and get back to work. And as they pull down the glasses to go back to work making the ideas, be like, is that going to work?
Does it work? Can I turn it on?
It does. It'll take a second or two to like load and boot up. And it might take an entire minute.
Seems like it's working.
Oh my God. God bless you. God, thank you. Thank you. You saved my life.
And still sorry about the skin thing. These are really no joke.
Yep. Nope. It's fine. I've okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. It's been a couple stressful weeks.
Yeah, that's clear. I mean, nothing. I didn't say anything.
Stop. Kira's a beautiful woman.
Beautiful women get breakouts too.
I know. Anyways, back with Tiff.
So it's gonna like do the loading thing and kind of a full boot up sequence with like a really jaunty animation that they thought would make you feel okay with how long this takes. It's going to go on for almost an entire minute, and then it's going to snap, and an unfamiliar / default desktop background will show up on it. And then you are going to receive text after text after text after text.
Whoa. Somebody wanted to get in contact with you.
Why are you saying this? Is this some kind of goodbye shit? Why aren't you responding? Are you okay? Are you dead? Are you kidding? Are you serious? Are you kidding? Where are you? Tell me where you are. Why aren't you responding?
Are you sharing that at all with Kira, or are you just like reading through it?
I'm
going
just
like,
staring at my phone in silence and horror. A clear, horrified look on my.
Is everything okay?
Oh my god! I think I need to make a phone call.
Yeah, that's fine.
Somewhere behind you, a closet door slams open.
God.
And I think she like shouts, probably waking some people up. Tiff!
I'm just turn around.
And she like, I think her feet don't touch the ground. She just flies and zips over to you and puts a hand on each of your shoulders and goes, you can't just say shit like that and then go silent.
I'm sorry. I hold up my broken phone. I literally just got it working. I dropped it after I sent the text because I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't mean to scare you. Someone was asking me if shit went wrong tomorrow, if I would regret not saying something, and I realized I would, so I sent the text. I realized I must have scared the shit out of you. I'm sorry.
And she lets go of your shoulders, takes a step or two back, and it's like, you are a fucking idiot.
I know.
Kira is just against the wall, like, watching this unfold.
I feel like Theo's like looking from the couch but trying to pretend to sleep. She casts the observe place or person.
Theo roll use magic.
Oh, fuck you! Come on. 9.
Pick a glitch.
I know what I want it to be.
I also know what I want it to be. Immediate unwelcome attention.
Yes, I'll go with immediate unwanted attention.
I think you are watching them have this conversation, sort of like from an above angle, and Leth looks right at you and says, "This is a private conversation."
Oh.
Theo will drop the spell and turn over.
I honestly think Kira just like turns into shadow.
Roll use magic.
What's happening?
11. And just like, I don't want to be here.
Can I ask a question? Instead of Theo like making her spell disappear and rolling over, I think, could she say, "Oh, I can help you with that," and cast like that privacy bubble that like she had used on Kira and Tommy to give Leth and Tiff like a little bubble so they could talk with some privacy?
I mean, roll use magic.
10.
Okay.
I think Theo like sits up and like puts her fingers together like a ball, closes it, opens it kind of like a book with her palms up, and then like blows, and this like almost like it looks like a bubble like the kids blow, but then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then like encapsulates the two of you.
Sick. Also terrifying. Because Leth could just murder me in here.
You'll be fine. It's like the fit tinted or misty glass.
Do I know that you can't see us?
Yeah.
We can still see you, right? We just can't hear you.
I would like it to be where we can't hear them and that like we can just see like their shapes. So it's like the
like a glass, like frosted glass.
frosted glass.
and then vice versa for them to
Okay.
you, that they like
Cool.
appear to be in a spherical world of their own.
I think so that they're not distracted.
So yeah, suddenly kabam, Tiff and Leth, as far as you can tell, There's no one else in this building or maybe the world except the two of you. I think Leth kind of looks up and around and goes, neat.
Yeah.
So what happens tomorrow?
I don't know. We're going to we're gonna talk to the author at Ears, who's like a head honcho, and I've been like infiltrating.
Is this going to be the Queen all over again?
No. We're there to take him down. What do you mean by that?
That's not a no, Tiff. You sent me a text like you were never coming back. Like
I have no. It's dangerous, and I can't guarantee that. But I have no intention of anything going wrong.
What the fuck do you think I do, Tiff? What do you think I am?
Magic?
Since when do you have to keep me safe?
I'm keeping you safe emotionally?
Since when have you ever done that?
Ouch. I knew I shouldn't have texted.
Don't you dare.
Well, I mean, if this is what being honest gets me.
Is that what it was? Honesty?
Yeah, it was honest.
It was martyrdom, Tiff. If you want to go away to die, join the fucking army.
What army?
I don't know. Hers. Oh, wait. If you want to win, if you're going up against something tomorrow that has to go down, I can't let you do it alone.
You really want to help?
No, but I think I have to.
I don't want this to be like it always is, where you have to swoop in and save me.
I don't want this to be like it was last time, where I don't get to.
I mean, everything went fine. I'm still here.
Oh. Fine. It went fine. I got a phone call and then I didn't hear from you for 5 years.
And I'm sorry about that.
I don't know if you've ever done it, Tiff, but mourning isn't easy.
Look, if you help me with this, I mean, like, what do you want? I can never contact you again after this, if that's what you want. Is that what you want? Kind of seemed like you didn't want that. Look, I'm fucking trying here, okay?
Are you?
Yes.
I always wanted to be the one for you because you're the one for me.
Like, I didn't send that.
Yes, you did.
I was talking to a friend about you.
No!
Mark.
Oh my god. This was dictated? And she just clicked send, didn't she?
Yeah, she fucking hit send. Look, I don't know what to say to you, Lev. I never, ever, ever know what to say to you. And I don't want to do this martyr shit anymore. That's why I think my conclusion was just not to text at all, but then the text was sent. And I do mean it. Obviously, I mean it. But I'm sick of putting you in this position. It's fucked up. And I would love to be back in your life. Like, I would love that so much. But I want it to be in a capacity where it's not just a fucking drag for you.
You know what, Tiff? I would settle for it. Our story ended with something other than a question mark. So what are we doing tomorrow?
We're gonna talk to the author about Agent M.
I don't know what any of that means.
I don't either.
I'll help however I can.
And I'm sorry for scaring you. Obviously not just tonight.
Roll manipulate someone.
What else could it be but a 7, Johnny?
Oops. All 7s. I think she leans back and crosses her arms and goes, why, what else could you be sorry for? Pointed look.
Probably making you think I was dead for years. Probably that one.
Mm-hmm. So, if we're both going to go off to die tomorrow, I suppose I should ask, how did you do it? The Queen.
Oh no.
How did you kill her? Of note, the feeling you're having and the face you're making, Tiff is making. Because you have no idea.
Leth, I want to tell you what you want to hear, but I'm done fucking up, and if that means you don't want to help, I understand. I couldn't kill her. It didn't work. She's still here.
Then what? Like, here? Here? Are you listening right fucking now?
I would like to think I had the foresight to block her from this conversation, but also
Roll the road with a -1.
I got an 8, which means...
I believe it means you block her, but she knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I'd tell him, like, no, I blocked her.
You're going to use her tomorrow, aren't you?
Probably.
Tiff. With the others, it was... But she's not on your side.
I know.
You're worse than a soldier. You're a pawn.
I know.
The things she made you do.
I don't really have a choice.
Of course you do. I think she's going to grab one of your hands and just be like, don't use it. There's more to you than darkness, isn't there?
Look, after tomorrow, if everything goes okay, like, I can be done with all this.
Roll manipulate someone.
11.
You can quit anytime you want, huh?
Yeah, except I mean it.
Well, needs must as the devil drives. The moment it's over, you stop. Maybe we try to find a way to cut ties for good. And she'll squeeze your hand really tight. Don't die.
I won't.
No, you won't.
I just won't.
Is this a dress barn?
Yeah, I didn't pick it. I don't really know why we're here.
I think there's honestly probably a couple of Dawnbreak people outside the bubble being like, should I
think
with,
Kira,
like, swords.
Kira would like reappear if she sees it and be like, no, it's fine, it's fine.
Theo's also going to be like, hey, don't touch that. They're having a private moment.
Do not touch this!
You don't want any of this.
Yeah, Kira will be like, no, it's fine, it's just go
Even
back.
with this 10-foot pole?
Yeah, just go back and it's fine. And then she like turn to like Tiff and Leth in the bubble and be like, sorry, so sorry.
Like pop ahead and be like, it's totally okay out here. Everything's fine. We're going to just leave you alone.
Just carry on. I pretend I'm not even here. In fact, and then goes back into shadow form.
Oh my god.
Nice to meet you, by the way. I'm Kira.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to Intermission Holiday Edition. That's where we tell you all the same stuff, but everything smells like candy canes.
But Johnny, I don't like candy canes. Can it be like matzah or something?
Yeah, sure. It's an audio medium. It can smell like whatever you want. So we will be back next week for a hilarious Off the Books episode where Miah, John, and myself were joined by Ian from Shrimp and Crits to play his new TTRPG, Bid Around the Bush. You are not going to want to miss this one.
It's so good.
We had a frankly illegal amount of fun.
My face hurt after that session from laughing and smiling too much. Usual reminders, if you want to support our show, you can leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever your preferred listening platform is, and tell your friends.
You can follow us on social media at Twitter at Monster Air Playbook and at Facebook and Instagram at monstersplaybook.com to keep up with our updates.
You can also chat with us like one-on-one on our Discord. We also have some really great emojis. I'm very proud of the animated ones. Come join us.
Or if you have a Monsters Playbook fan in your life or are just a last-minute holiday shopper, you can visit our Redbubble shop for gift ideas such as a sweatshirt, blankets, notebooks, all kinds of more options. I understand that someone special to someone on our show might be getting a present.
Yeah, John might be getting a blanket under the tree this year, or in front of the menorah. But links to all of these things and more can be found in our Direct Me profile in this episode's show notes.
Is it appropriate to mention the socks? Speaking of menorahs.
What? You think socks goes with menorahs?
As I understand it, there are smaller presents that go along with the days of Hanukkah, and socks is often a staple of that series of small presents.
I mean, you're not wrong. Maybe it'll be socks this year. Socks under the menorah, blanket under the Christmas tree.
There we go. Everybody wins.
Yes.
The war on Christmas is over. This week, we're shouting out Don't Wreck Yourself, a weekly podcast about finding truth on the internet. Each episode, they assess a claim wrecking the internet, answer questions nobody is asking, and help keep you from ruining your life with bad information choices. Check them out for jokes, laughs, research, and bad words.
Before you click the share button, get the facts from a comedy podcast for information enthusiasts. On Don't Wreck Yourself, Matt and Ryan look into claims they find online, answer your questions, and say bad words.
Having the queen's underwear stuffed in your pants wasn't enough evidence. How badass were people in the Ottoman Empire if they could just slap a horse and kill it? There's no way. There's absolutely no way. I think it'd be hard to kill a horse if you just had like a lead pipe. It would be difficult to do that, let alone your hand. Are you kidding me? There's no way.
Keep in mind our target audience. So if you're driving by a middle school and you see a bunch of kids outside, look for the ones smoking cigarettes under the bleachers and tell them about our podcast.
Look for the kid that's smoking pot and getting D's in history. That's our niche. I feel like if we smoke enough weed, we can figure this out together.
New episodes go up every Tuesday wherever you find podcasts. Be sure to check yourself. Don't wreck yourself.
You can find more about Don't Wreck Yourself on Twitter at WreckYourPod and at WreckYourPod.simplecast.com. And all these links can be found in this episode's show notes. I think it's time to get back to the preparation.
I think it is.
You like how I put the title of the episode in there?
I sure did. Good job.
When it looks like their conversation is like done or whatever, Theo will drop it and then go to bed.
Okay. Theo's in bed. I don't think Leth will leave.
Aw.
Is she gonna stay around?
Maybe one of you has the couch and then the other's on the floor right next to the
How
couch.
many beds are there?
There's no beds.
No beds.
We're at a shitty dust barn. My organization is poor. I'll work on getting some beds.
There are, at best, sleeping bags for half of everyone.
Yeah.
Does Leth stay near Tiff, I assume?
Not near Tiff, but not...
I'm just wondering if Casey could infer who that is.
I mean, roll read a bad situation.
She's cool. She's goth. She's goth. She's cool.
This cool goth wasn't here before. Oh, it must be left.
8.
I mean, there's a new lady there that you're like not into.
No, don't you dare.
You are and have the same type.
I will kill you.
She'll do it too.
I'm wondering, Johnny, if Nick is awake. Because I'm imagining that Casey goes out and gets more alcohol, returns, but stays in the parking lot. And she is thinking on what Jesse had told her. And she is probably drafting up a bunch of text messages to Tessa, trying to figure out what to say, but ends up deleting them. And I think instead she's going to text Nick Sparks. She's going to say, "Hey, you up?"
Interesting. Nick's up.
Casey is going to text him, "Tomorrow we're going to infiltrate Ears."
Infiltrate? Don't you work there?
Yes, but we're trying to gather information on the drum she'll send back.
Damn, those duckers again. Fuckers, this thing. Full disclosure, I'm a little drunk with an M.
I think Casey sort of smirks at her phone and responds with, "Full disclosure, same. Though the drum isn't why I'm texting you. Sort of."
He's just gonna text back a question mark?
Oh, okay. Casey will say, "Well, for starters, if you can make sure that Tommy is at dawn break in the morning, I think Kira could really use his support."
Yeah, I can do that.
Good. And she'll stare at her phone for a little bit. I still think about our almost date. And sends that text message, locks her phone and puts it away. Takes a good long drink of the whiskey bottle.
Oof. Casey Davis, would you roll manipulate someone?
Okay. That's an 8.
Okay. Not okay. So if it weren't locked on your phone, you would see those 3 dots like appear and then disappear and then appear. Like he's typing something and not sending it. But it's just gonna be that those 3 dots might still be there in the morning.
Okay. Casey's just questioning, like, maybe I should have sent that in person. No, maybe I shouldn't have sent it at all. Fuck. So he never responds?
Not tonight. Maybe he's just thinking about it real hard. Maybe he just passed out.
Oof. Okay. Casey's definitely not gonna say anymore. She's constantly checking the message but not saying anything. Just getting more worried and anxious and probably a little angry.
That tracks.
Yeah. She's gonna finish this whiskey bottle before stumbling back into dawn break and finding somewhere to sleep. I imagine she's trying not to cry and just kind of saying, fuck that guy. Stupid.
I think Casey's gonna camp out by the front door, but inside.
Okay. I think at the front door, Una with her bat and Edgar the dog will sort of come back in from their patrol and be like, all clear.
Thanks. Get some sleep.
I think Una will salute with her bat and then go over to a wall and slide down it and fall almost immediately asleep. Edgar near her will like circle a couple of times and lie down head on paw. The sort of circle in between his ears will like dim and flicker. Well, as it was a mixed success, as Casey is drifting off to sleep, she'll be shocked back awake by the distinct buzz and sound of her phone's text alert. And you look and it's a text from Nick and it says, "Me too, Super Cop. I'll be there tomorrow. Maybe we can make a plan."
Ooh, Casey would react the same way that I'm reacting right now, which is just like, fuck.
On brand.
Oh.
And then I think, yeah, the sun will rise. The first exterior sound that you guys will hear pulling up into the parking lot will be a old sounding motorcycle engine.
Is it whatever that Bonneville TT or whatever?
Donovan's
Kira will go and check it out. Is it Donovan?
Okay. Yep. Up will pull Donovan on his 1966 Triumph Bonneville T120 TT. Yeah, and he's got his wings, his red and black wings curled around him again over his custom cut leather biker jacket, like a sort of two-tone cape.
So when you were talking about that motorcycle, you actually had one?
I'm not a liar, child.
Oh, please. You can tell a lie if you need to.
I don't prefer it.
Oh, fine.
And I see neither are you. It really is just a dress bar. No, he knew this. He's been here.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about? He's been here a bunch.
He worked here with Riley and figured out Casey shit.
I mean, besides literally going to the rest of our houses, this is the next best alternative. You know, I didn't want anybody's house to be destroyed if people are in fact going to be coming for us. I think Kira will kind of walk with him into the dress barn.
I trust you have a plan.
Well, a couple of us are heading into Ears to get some information. Apparently, there is the director's real name, if we can get that. Riley thinks she can do something with it. There's also a Mr. Green figure that we need to kill. Does that name ring any bells for you?
Like from Clue?
No, this is not like Mr. Green in the conservatory with the candlestick. This is, from what I can tell, sort of entity that is very powerful. I don't know. It's preventing Emily from eyes from speaking, and it's courtesy of Mr. Green.
Well, I don't care for that.
No, but the rest of us are going to hold out here in case Agent 7 or somebody else comes looking again. They're after me, it sounds like, or at least something in me. You've never heard of Agent M, I take it?
Is that another comic book thing?
No, okay. You haven't heard of anything. No, I don't know. Some sort of, sounds almost like a sleeper agent type thing.
One of your friends.
It sounds like it, yeah. McCleary, if you remember from before when he clipped my wings. But anyway, we're going to hold the fort here, and in case anybody tries to attack us, Anna and Jesse are going in to speak to the director, and Casey and Torres are going to go speak to the author. So honestly, we're kind of winging it as best we can.
I assume you have a watcher here who will help run recon. Smart. It's a good plan. He'll walk inside.
Ah, yes. Mark and Theo can both do that.
I think he might stop at the door and be like, "Are we sure about Clayton?"
What do you have against Clayton? I thought you guys got along. What do you got against Mark?
Nothing. It's just, he's a bit odd.
Well, for good reason.
That's an understatement.
What reason?
He's got some connections that are quite interesting. I'll tell you about it some other time. Dad.
And I will remain vigilant, and he'll walk inside imperiously, as he does everything. All right, so you guys are kind of waking up. Casey, you have a bitch of a hangover.
The author's gonna love that.
Mm-hmm.
What I simply want that to mean, and you can say no, is that of the 9 points that I have to use against you, for this one day, I can use them against Act Under Pressure as well.
What do you mean?
Like, because with those points, I can use them to subtract from any roll except Act Under Pressure.
Yeah.
But today, because you're so fucking hungover, I can subtract from Act Under Pressure too.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. So that happens. I think Gad has orchestrated the cooking of a pretty, not undelicious continental breakfast. There's cereal, there's bagels, there's scrambled eggs, there's sausages, there's veggie sausages, coffee, and weirdly terrible orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
The coffee is phenomenal, though.
Okay. So I want to clarify something. So Emily had said, like, with the angel, that there's probably something like on his neck that would need to be like severed or something.
On his throat.
On his throat.
Mm-hmm. That's where the charm/curse would be.
To cut it, would you need anything special, like a magical dagger or something?
You would need to add a blade to the charm that you are making, or put that charm on some kind of a dagger or blade.
I think she would borrow a dagger from Casey and use her like effect to like add a curse or whatever, to break a curse to the dagger from her abjuration.
Okay. So you're going to integrate that charm with some kind of a dagger. After breakfast, another familiar engine sound will pull up.
Mm-hmm.
Pontiac Trans Am, and a fresh-faced Tommy Sparks, and a pretty hungover Nick Sparks will pile out.
Great. Yeah, Kira will go greet them.
And I think Tommy's just going to kind of walk up and be like, talk quiet for the first few hours. Nick's not 100%.
Hey, Nick.
You gotta be kidding me. You two.
Casey would fake it.
Well, does she fake it successfully?
What are you faking?
How hungover she
I'm
is.
fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm going to have you roll manipulate somebody. And I'm not taking any points away because I want to savor them. Tiff, is this the first time Nick would have run into you as an adult?
No, we saw him in the crossover.
That's right. Yeah, okay.
But I want to say, hey, Nick, obnoxiously loudly.
Well, and I do think, like, even without that, I think he will just, as though it's the most normal thing in the world, go, hey, Tiff, and keep walking inside.
Aww.
Unclear whether that's him sort of maintain. Casey, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Okay. You seem tired.
A lot on my mind.
Yeah, you seem like you're kind of like ready to go, but you got, dark circles under your eyes.
I just need some coffee.
Yeah, totally. So does Nick, which is where you run into him.
Fuck.
Is that any good?
If you like it strong and black.
You're damn right. He'll snatch it away from you.
Casey will start up another one.
I do think he's going to drink directly from the coffee pot.
You know that's how you spread germs, right?
They haven't got me yet.
Casey just sips on her coffee.
I really want Nick to be like, holy shit, who made this? And then Gad distantly to be like, I did. Respect.
Remember to leave some for the others.
Oh, right. He'll put it down.
I think Casey's gonna find Tiff. Is Lethal around?
Mm-hmm. I think she's getting breakfast.
I think Casey's gonna walk up to Tiff, maybe bump your shoulder and be like, so it worked?
Yeah, that's her. I don't know that I would say that it worked. I mean, she's...
Do you regret it?
How she usually is at me, which is furious and disappointed. But no, I don't regret it.
Then we did great. Just a little hungover. Don't tell Kira.
Oh, ouch. I wish I had something for you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I was doing some thinking about what the plan is today. I mean, if I understand correctly, we want to see if we can get the author to give us the director's name. And we already know the author's real name. Jessica Byron?
Lisa Byron.
Lisa. Damn it. Fuck. I was close. I got the last name.
So how are we using that?
Well, I mean, we might be able to use it as leverage, but honestly, I don't really want to go in metaphorically guns blazing, because honestly, if she truly has turned against the agency and is with the drum, I hope that there's a way to, we haven't been on the best foot, ever, but she was my producer and became the author. And
I agree. I mean, when I went in for my interview, I asked her why she does what she does, and I think she thinks she's helping. I think she thinks she's doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of them think. When we were in Chicago, we kind of ran into some people like that, and I don't want to sound like some hero or anything, but we saved them and brought them back, and they're going to be the better for it, I hope. But I'm kind of wondering, and this is where we go to Casey's question corner, what would be the best question to ask the author?
In order to achieve what end? Like I know for a fact that's not one of the questions under the Connect the Dots move.
Well, because I'm coming at it in a way that, Casey's worked with the author for how long? And I guess the motive behind me asking you this question would be how to kind of soften
get her on your side
a little bit, get her on our side.
I mean, maybe the question you should be asking her is why she switched to the drum.
What would be the best way to get her to open up?
Be charming. I'm not gonna do that.
Casey's never charming with the author. It never works out for her.
It's true. It really never does. It never has.
Yeah, maybe you should let me lead here.
I mean, yeah, I will probably default to you. I mean, you're higher ranking than I am.
Captain.
We have to figure out why we're going in there together. She literally was like, why are you talking to Casey last time?
I don't know if it would make sense for like me to go in first and then you interrupt her.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Like, we try to play it like we're not going in together. We just happen to.
Let's circle up with everybody else and kind of discuss a bit of a game plan. You might want to grab some coffee before Nick drinks it all, by the way.
I think at that moment, Gad will walk past you with a great big decanter of coffee and be like, oh, that's plenty. Quite proud of his coffee.
If I could have Theo snag Anna real quick.
Okay.
Hey, so you got your bracelet on you just in case anything bad happens?
Yeah?
Cool. You know, this mission sounds super, super cool. And, you know, you're going to see a bunch of, like, cool things and whatever. Do you think you could grab me something interesting?
Define interesting.
Like, just something with, like... You know how when we were dealing with Cross, I took some of his hair to, like, use magic against him, which, you know, worked out fine. If you could find something, like, interesting like that, like, not just, like, a mug from Ears, but just if you see something cool, it might help us later on if we need to infiltrate Ears again.
This seems like a very odd question, but sure, I'll see what I can find.
Theo, your cell phone dings. You've gotten a text.
Yeah, I mean, no pressure. I mean, this is already a high pressure situation. But if you can grab something, it would just be really helpful in, like, any future, you know, things that could maybe, like, use it to observe the place better in the future, like the director's office or, like, whatever. Just...
Sure. If I were Kira, I might ask you more about what that's about, but I'm not.
Well, I told you, it's so that I can, you know, locate and, like, peer into it, and, like, it just adds to...
I don't really care. I don't really care. You want me to steal some shit? I will steal some shit.
Okay, cool.
I love stealing. I'm Anna.
It's fine.
Well, be careful in there. I mean, I'll be watching, but be careful. Oh, also, Theo definitely, like, when she went to sleep last night, and after talk with Kira, casted glamour back on herself.
I mean, roll it.
14.
Okay. Theo's eyes are normal as fuck.
Well, thanks. I will keep this in mind because that might be handy in just pointing at the bracelet.
Yeah.
You guys be careful too. I think I don't know what you guys, if anything is going to happen back here, but whatever happens, will you make sure, can you keep Kira safe?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Aw, you sweethearts.
Theo will then pull out her phone. And what does it say? Is it?
It's a text from Katerina. Just says, boo.
Theo's gonna ignore it.
Okay. So, you now have a couple of other people that you have to find places for, but where are Donovan and the Sparks brothers going? And where's Leth going?
In my heart.
I think Donovan would stay at Dawnbreak. Honestly, I'm, like, debating on if the Sparks brothers should stay here or if we have, like, maybe one of them be, like, the fucking getaway driver if needed.
That's exactly what I was thinking about for maybe Nick.
Yeah. That seems like his speed.
You want him to, like, wait inside Cosmo? Nick drives a Trans Am.
He still drives the same car that he drove when I was in fucking high school.
Yep.
He still drives the same car that he drove when he was in fucking high school. Likely when his dad was in high school.
Bro, Nick.
It's a classic.
So who exactly is coming to Ears? Obviously Nick and Anna. Tiff, you and I are going. Nick, maybe you can be our getaway driver in case shit hits the fan.
Yeah, what are you, I could drive any damn thing.
We'll get Cosmo.
Okay, I'll allow that to just happen.
So then Torres, Nick, and Casey in Cosmo?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming Nick would have to, like, hide in the back of Cosmo.
100%. Yep. He'll do that. He'll hide and you'll bring him into the parking garage where he'll kind of climb out and be ready to go at a moment's notice. Jesse and Anna will drive in as well.
Just for, a note on the kind of identity that Anna's got. Olivia Abrams, I think she is a little taller than Anna. I think she's like 5'8". I think she is Chinese. And I think she's got like long, dark black hair. It goes down to like her mid back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we established that she's still got that scar that she's going to keep on her leg that Theo had made. Because she has a history of, she's got a little bit of a history, just a touch of delinquency.
Okay.
So she's got a scar from some sort of encounter.
So if I understand this correctly, Jesse and Olivia/Anna are going to go in as though they're touring. Casey and Torres have arrived and Nick is waiting in Cosmo. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Mark, Theo, and Kira are with Donovan, Tommy, and Leth watching insofar as they can from where they're at.
Talk is also there, but...
And Talk.
Yeah, and just all of Dawnbreak.
Mark, will you roll plus weird to see how or whether you can like essentially what I want you to try to do is like create a sort of telepathic circuit for everybody to talk like they do on Young Justice.
Who needs IT when you have Mark Clayton? 12.
Oh, sick.
So I just create my own hotspot.
What did you call Claytone before?
Connected.
Wait, I guess, where am I standing right now?
It's like Kira and Theo.
Yeah, you're in the dress barn. You're probably inside somewhere protected. So like maybe in like the staff lounge.
Yeah, I think where they've got you guys is sort of in what appears to be like what would have been the back office.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's probably still kind of dangling from one corner is like a quarterly calendar from 2017 and like some OSHA posters.
I'm like, I'll wash your hands before going back to work.
Yeah. Okay, so Mark, you're with that roll, you're gonna like set up a kind of like
circuit system. So what I was going to do was put my hands on their shoulders and say, do you guys mind?
Like Theo and Kira?
Theo and Kira, yep.
He's learning.
And then kind of just like close my eyes and just like, do the whole thing and then whoosh. And then you guys are able to like connect.
So the connection as it is basically like you guys are all just on like a mental walkie-talkie. You can all speak to each other and communicate verbally, perfectly, and immediately with all of you.
Sweet.
Do I have to be like focused solely on that, or can it just happen and it just starts going?
With that roll, I think you make that happen. So you just like open the channel. You have to be conscious and alive.
Sweet. I can do those things. Well, sometimes.
Yeah. If something happens to you, the whole channel goes down and nobody can talk to anybody.
Okay. I look over at you guys and Mark goes in his head, hello.
You all hear Mark in your head go, hello.
Great. It works.
Clarification.
Mm-hmm.
If Theo says something to Mark, does that go out to everybody?
Yeah.
I wonder if she knows yet.
You can choose who it goes to, maybe?
I mean,
I want her to say something and for everyone to accidentally hear it.
yeah, I want you not to know that. Like, you are connected with, you heard Mark say hello. And that's the information you have.
I think Anna goes, hello, 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 hello. And then it's just like echoing even more.
Okay. Calm down.
I was going to say, Theo was going to smirk at Mark, but then with Anna, I think Theo rolls her eyes.
All right, cool.
Okay.
But that's connected with like everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, I think Casey will say, way to go, Mark. When do you want Theo to cast Observe a Place?
Oh, well, so first of all, when everybody leaves and Theo doesn't, Theo gets another text.
Oh man.
All capital letters this time, and with a few more O's, it says boo.
Theo's gonna turn it on silence.
Okay.
And like pocket it. But I'm wondering, is it going to be would it be possible for Theo to cast like 2 spells at once? One obviously being the observe, being a place. The other one, I'm kind of wondering if I could do like the bar a place from a specific person, but in a way that, like, you know, in like spy movies on the security camera, they just put a different image on the monitor. Essentially, I'm wondering if Theo could do that, but like with her eyes to Katarina. So just boring and nothing really is going on.
Why don't you first roll act under pressure?
I do also want to ask, could I have gotten some hair from Anna and Jesse?
That's firstly a question for Anna.
This is totally normal.
Well, it's to strengthen the spell of me observing you and Jesse.
Roll manipulate someone.
Is this on Anna or my sister?
This is on Jesse.
Oh, 7.
Why?
So if I use your hair in this spell, I can strengthen it. So like I'm planning on observing like you and Anna. And if I use both of your hair, I can like locate and find you guys quicker and faster because it's like connected to you. And it just makes the whole spell easier. And then when I'm done, I can give it back to you.
What's the origin of this spell?
It's just a spell that I learned growing up. We use it all the time.
How good are you at it?
Well, it's actually one of my expertise.
Every strand better go back in my pocket when you're done.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Jesse will give you some of his hair.
And then you said act under pressure? 12. Advanced move.
Okay. You are going to be able to do both of those spells.
Is it possible for me to do like a fake image that Katarina is seeing?
Roll use magic.
7.
Pick a glitch.
I'm going to opt out. Not having a glitch. Oh, but negative forward.
Okay, now roll the other one. I have just like a really boring question for you, Theo. It's probably maybe just one of those things that's interesting only to me. I'm gonna have to ask it just mathematically. Are you ready for the question? The question is the following: What did you roll just now?
The previous roll is actually an 8 because the borrowing a place is one of my specialties, so I get an additional +1 to that one. And then this one is also an 8.
Pick a glitch.
I'm going to say it has a problematic side effect.
Okay.
Would you allow me to use ancient magics again?
Yes, but you will have to use one of the ancient magics. Will you use Magicka or will you use blood?
To observe Jesse and Anna? I think Theo's going to use blood. Like she's going to put Anna, Jesse's hair into like maybe a small like cup, and I think put some of her blood into it.
Okay.
And then I like the idea of her lighting it on fire and like...
She breathes in the smoke.
Ooh.
Yep.
Are we going to have to Casey then next?
Yeah, Casey and Torres. I want to know what you guys are doing. So you guys are going to pull up, get out of the van, head inside. Nick's going to climb out of the back seat and into the driver's and kind of just like pull up his jacket and sit and wait.
So like, how do you want to do this?
I don't know, but we need a plan.
Well, Mark put us all in tune. So do you want to go in first and then I can wait at my desk?
I guess that's a good idea. And then like interrupt if it seems good.
Yeah, just give me some sort of signal.
Yeah. I just like, how do you think I should bring the director up? Like, hey, by the way, you know, the director, what's his name? You know what? I'm just gonna go in.
Okay. I mean, if it helps, like, the way that I might approach it is like trying to gain her trust or sympathy, like maybe looking for advice, like you're a lost soul and like, you know, you maybe joined ears for this, but then things are changing. How's she feeling? She doesn't really get like touchy-feely, which is really hard, but I'm hoping to break through to her.
I think I need it for my job. I need the information for my job, for the mission. It's fine. I got it. I got this.
Yeah. Let me know if something goes wrong.
100%.
I'll be at my desk.
All right. Casey walks in. sits at her desk. Tiff walks in and walks straight to the author's office. The author does have a receptionist, a sort of mid to late 20s young man. He sees you and he goes, "Oh, Captain Torres. This is, well, it's not exactly a surprise. You're in luck. She's not with anyone."
Thank you.
Oh, he'll stop you just before you go in. We actually have a new timekeeping process. Can you tell me what this is in regards to?
Absolutely. It's part of my training.
Writes down training. All right, go right in. You walk in, and the door shuts behind you. And the author is like looking at her off to one side at her screen. She's like, "We didn't have anything scheduled."
No, this is sort of impromptu. I'm sorry if it's inconvenient. I can come back later.
I assume it's important.
I think so.
Oh, do you?
Well, it's about the success of the drum.
Go on. Is this an asking meeting? Or isn't this a telling meeting?
This is an asking meeting.
I think she leans forward and puts her elbows on the desk. And what are we asking?
I'm feeling like I need more information to be able to do my job thoroughly. Namely, there's information being withheld from me about the agents, the recruited under the stairs kids, Agent M. Now, I'm aware of most of it. I've put the pieces together, but I need the full picture to do my job here. I'm asking for a higher level of clearance.
You're not in intelligence, Captain Torres.
I understand.
I think she sort of spits the rank captain at you. You're in security.
I understand. And in order to keep this organization secure, I need the information.
Roll manipulate someone. Hey, Tiff. I'm really sorry to just interrupt whatever it is that you're doing right now. But I'm basically contractually obligated to ask you, what did you roll?
It's a 6.
Luck point? Luck point? Luck point?
I only have one left.
Your last?
Oh no!
Yeah, she's used a lot.
And I kind of want to keep that for a life-saving situation.
She leans forward further to put her forearms on the desk as well and leans over the desk. Not unmenacingly. That was a lot of terms that security shouldn't have access to, Captain Torres. I suppose I have a question for you. Who have you been talking to? Meanwhile, Jesse is walking Anna around pretending to be like, this is where you'll take your briefings each day.
Mm-hmm.
And over here is the printer.
I think Jesse's more smooth than that.
Will you roll manipulate someone on his behalf, please, Casey?
7.
He's not much more smooth than that.
So where do the bigwigs sit? Like the producers, the authors, director? I mean, they have offices around here somewhere, right?
Well, of course. Let's up a few floors. Let's go.
Okay. Ooh, and I think Anna's as she's going through, she's kind of just taking in the sights, just acting the part of this is the first time I've ever seen this.
Would you roll manipulate someone as well, please?
Yeah. Hell yeah, that is 12.
Sick. Yeah, I think you get a couple of people at their desks. You get a couple of looks that are ugh, another undergrad coming through, and then a couple that are oh no. You might get a couple that are the vibe you get off them is finally some diversity.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ears behind on their DEI goals.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
I think Anna, she'll just kind of nod to some people and be acknowledge them.
So yeah, he'll bring you up a couple of floors. When you get to the top of this set of stairs, they keep going another set of floors, but you'll get to the top of this one and sort of walk off the landing, and there will be a couple of uniformed guards dressed like how Torres was when you met her in security. Casey, will you roll manipulate someone one more time on Jesse's behalf? And will you subtract 2?
Does this matter, the badge and gun move, that you're very good at convincing people you have every right to be there?
Yes, it does.
I mean, if it helps, he rolled a 9 with the subtract 2.
Okay, that helps. I think what that roll means is that they're gonna give him a little bit of shit and be like, are they giving recruiter bonus? Are they giving finder's fees these days, Davis? That was years ago, Carter. Mrs. Abrams, showing her around. She passed all the same tests you did, okay? I think he'll look at you and be like, I bet not all of them, but then step aside and let you walk past.
Someone's a hotshot. And Anna's going to like back up and follow after Jesse.
So the director is obviously not to be disturbed. His work is the most important work that is done here.
Mm-hmm. If one wanted to get a meeting with him, what would they have to do?
Do something very good or something very bad, I suppose. And he's going to walk you in, and what this thing kind of opens up into is like this sort of maze of bookshelves.
Okay.
That like lead quite circularly and symmetrically toward this big door that is the director's office door.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely get the sense that there is something walking around here.
In the like between the bookcases?
In this these like sort of bookshelf maze.
Can I figure out where the fuck it's coming from?
Roll read about situation.
9.
Can Theo roll help out since she's another pair of eyes?
Sure. Please miss.
Please miss. So that's going to be a 12.
Okay. You can ask 3 questions.
Where are they?
All the way to the right in these stacks, and also like sort of 15 to 20 feet up. And invisible.
I can't see it at all.
Not with your eyes.
Theo, do you see what this is? In my head.
Can I use the third eye for this?
With that roll and with that question, yes. Anna can see, I think you can see only the like circles that were kind of around it when you viewed it.
The circles around the figure?
Am I confusing my angels?
What? I'm so confused.
So around the head of this thing, there were like a number of like sort of 2-inch thick metal circles.
I see. So it's the angel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I want Anna to look like right in its direction and be like, can I speak with the director, please?
I think from what you can see, the circles turn a bit and they're like, I'm reading.
Well, you can continue reading. I really just would love to have a private conversation with the director if I could. He's kind of my hero.
It'll flutter down and actually come into view and be like, I know. No, wait, hang on. Roll manipulate someone.
Okay.
This is a very different angel than when we first met him.
That's a 10. Is this the same angel that we saw when?
Well, yes.
When Kira was
so
here.
So with that roll, he'll come fully into view and be like standing on like only a kind of ladder, but only the rungs that he's standing on are visible, and they are like a brilliant white. And he'll like step off of them and flutter down, and all of the rungs of the ladder are completely invisible. And he lights upon the floor. He's not a hero. He's a legend.
I think with the second question, the rings around his neck, there's there multiple that like would have to be broken, or just one? Like for that charm to like break the curse.
Based on what you heard from Emily, it would be just the one.
Okay. And it's just, do I know which ring it is?
Well, to be clear, what you see with your eyes is just a guy. I think he's got like a long, elegant, aristocratic neck. He has a deep tan and sandy blonde hair, and he's wearing just like a really big, pale button-down shirt under a huge baggy knit sweater.
Mm-hmm.
With Theo's eyes, you can see these like metal hoops that sort of come out of his collarbone and go over his head and back into his back. And then another one that comes out of each shoulder and joins. And then another one that like binds the two together in the air.
I think Theo would relay like what she sees to Anna, trying to describe it as accurately as possible.
So it would need to be like severing where it's like joining those other two things, most likely, is where it would need to be cut, or where does it need to be?
That's not what Emily said.
She said like the throat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything on the throat, or is it just the fucking throat?
You can't see anything on the throat. You do have questions left.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to know how precisely where do I need to cut to sever this curse?
It appears as though he's got like a similarly thick, I think it's white choker.
Okay.
Around his neck. Based on how it looks, it's unclear whether there's like a thing there or if that's just like paint on that's the color of his skin there.
I think Anna will like lean into the angel and just be like please, like I know that this is totally like unorthodox, but it would mean the world to me.
I don't do unorthodox. And you don't want to meet him.
I think she's going to lean in and like as if she's trying to like whisper so that Jesse can't hear, and be like, tell him I have information on Kira Ashwood.
Roll manipulate someone.
Theo hear that since she's observing?
Yep. So I failed, but I'm going to burn a luck point. It's Anna's first luck point.
Kira Ashwood. Agent. Oh, yes. Okay. And then he like glides backwards and flickers out of sight.
Into the office. I'm going to turn around to Jesse and I'm going to hand him the knife.
When he comes back, strike him in the neck with this knife, and I'll kind of explain where the charm is that needs to be broken. I'm going to keep the director busy. I'll tell him a good story. And Anna will wink at him and walk in.
Anna, be careful.
Deep within this library, the door opens.
I think Theo's gonna like put mind walkie-talkie to everybody else.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on Anna. She's going into the director's office. Jesse is staying outside.
Yeah, as soon as Jesse severs that charm, grab him, Mark.
I think Theo says to Anna, like,
I can't observe both you and Jesse at the same time.
It's okay. As soon as Mark can grab Jesse too.
I'm gonna have to stay on Jesse then, and the angel, if you're going in there.
I mean, Mark can keep his tabs on Jesse and the angel. You can keep tabs on me if you want.
Mark.
Yeah?
Keep in communication with Jesse.
You got it.
Casey, are you still waiting on Torres?
Yeah. Honestly, I think Casey's just checking her email.
LOL. Torres. Where did we leave things with you?
You asked where I got this information. With all due respect, what did you hire me for?
Roll manipulate someone.
Another 6.
Oh, buddy.
Yikes.
No. Can I burn a luck point for her?
And she sighs, turns back to her computer, and goes, I didn't hire you, Torres. I invited you. I made you an offer. And you what? Thrust it back at me? I'm trying to bring you into the circle. But I can't do that if you don't respect it.
Can Casey talk into Torres's head?
Mm-hmm.
If you think this angle works, you can throw me under the bus. Tell her you have information.
Look, it's my job to keep tabs, to keep people safe. I hear everything that's talked about in this office. I know somebody got disappeared from the water cooler for talking about this shit. I know you don't like to talk about it, which is also how I know what's going on with Agent M. And I thought it would be useful for you to know that Casey Davis is in contact with Kira Ashwood. I can help bring all of them in, but I need to know what's going on.
Casey Davis isn't your concern. You think you can neutralize them?
Easily.
Ashwood? Based on your previous role, prove it. What's so special about you?
Feels risky. I had already showed her my shadow powers previously.
Mm-hmm. When we had our Tiff and Kira session.
So I guess maybe this time... Do I still have my lightning powers?
You tell me. Have you been keeping in touch with Vox Impetus?
I don't know.
Actually, based on things that don't concern the rest of you, no.
Yeah, that was kind of my...
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to do the thing again. I know Leth was like, oh, don't use the queen, but like, I need to use the queen in this scenario. And then after that, I won't use the queen anymore. Yeah? Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Diet starts tomorrow.
Diet starts tomorrow.
I can quit anytime I want.
This is necessary for the thing. This is
So what I
necessary for the... Yeah.
In order to make this work, I'm not going to make you roll, but I am going to make you, like, embody her.
Yeah.
Like, all of your skin and clothing falls away, and you are just living shadow, and you grow 3 feet, and horrid black antlers grow from your head, and, like, scribbly white eyes appear in the middle of your face. And I think the author will look up at you and go, okay, that's why you're here.
I want to speak as the queen. And I want to say, Lisa Byron, I know your true nature.
I think she's looking at you quite suspiciously indeed now. We may have made a mistake putting you in security in the first place, Torres. You understand that the fast way is the more dangerous way. This will raise eyebrows. It's already raised mine.
Good.
Okay?
One more thing. I need to know the director's name.
No. You can ask your other questions, but no one knows the director's name. As far as you're concerned, that is his name. I don't know the director's name.
Oh, she doesn't?
Nope, I don't know. Well, hang on. Actually, boom! Technically, Casey's listening. That was a lie.
Oh!
I think you hear, like, in your head,
Torres, she's lying. She knows his name.
Should I fucking threaten her, or should I try to use mental dominion?
There's
'Cause
a
I
third
could-
option.
What's that?
I don't know. You could just, like, be creative.
Fuck that.
I mean, well, will somebody roll manipulate someone on me, please?
Somebody that's not me, because I'm so
Lauren.
bad at it.
Want me to roll?
yeah, you always roll good.
That's how dice works.
That's an 11.
Nice.
When you asked this question, she drew the traitor card.
The author is the traitor?
I didn't say that.
Well, this means that Anna is talking to the director for no fucking reason right now.
No, you're fine.
When that was what she went to the go with the angel. She thought he was the one that had the info.
I think I want to use mental dominion.
Roll it.
11.
Okay. I believe that means you hold 3.
What do you want from this, Lisa? Why did you take this job?
I grew up in one world, and then one day that world died, and I woke up in another. I want safety. I want to kill the fear.
You want revenge?
That depends on what you mean.
What is the director's name?
Not the body. His name is John Grawl.
What's that mean, y'all?
Back in like early 1920s, I want to say, there was a ritual that happened in this museum with 4 rich, like aristocrats, basically. They're all titans of industry, and they did this ritual that ended up opening a door to the hallway. And John Grawl was one of those 4.
They made contact with something that lived inside the infinite hallway that could grant any wish and did so quite clumsily. And at the time, what they did to John Grawl was he, as a third son of a third son, granted his curse such that anyone who was a third son of a third son would have access to all of the content of their past lives.
Do we know, like, how and why he'd be still alive right now?
Nope.
Okay.
Then for my third question, what is Agent M?
To be quite specific, Agent M was the potentially controllable outcome of a horrific plan to copy a god. The power came over, found itself trapped in a human mind. At the time, it was not accessible. Over time, it became not controllable. Through time, we decided to try to make one that we could control. The minds of gods are quite unknowable, but in human minds, these things happen quite predictably.
Lisa, I want you to know that I'm going to keep you safe.
Why? I think she's still like in her hypno haze.
Tell her she's not alone.
Yeah, I'll tell her that.
Roll manipulate someone.
10. So you got it,
Nice.
you gotta.
Pray to the god of dice. Okay. I think she'll look up at you and she'll go, magic didn't just hurt me, and it didn't just hurt you either, did it? And she'll be like, sort of snap out of it, unaware really of anything that you've talked about.
Well, I really appreciate this meeting. I look forward to my advanced clearance. When can I expect that to go through, by the way?
Sure. Within a week or so. If that did we? How long?
Today would be great.
Roll manipulate someone.
9?
Why would we say did we say today?
We said
Today's
today.
not.
We
That's
said today.
unlikely.
It's pretty urgent.
I can tomorrow afternoon. I kind of got a weird day.
Appreciate it. I give a little pat on her desk.
Okay. And I think she like pulls open her desk, shakes out a couple ibuprofen into her hand, and swallows them dry.
Honey, Lisa is not okay.
Okay. Which I think leaves you come out and catch eyes with Casey.
I want to swing by Casey's desk.
I think in your mind, Casey's gonna, like, say to you,
Let's meet at the van.
Casey has a couple broken pencils on her desk that she'll like drop into her trash can.
Love it. Anna, the door had opened to the director's office.
Clarification, is the angel going to be staying back to kind of guard the door?
Unclear. He sort of had sunk back into the ether. The door opened. I think he likely will kind of show up next to the door to usher you in, as a good butler would.
Okay. Thank you. Let me make sure he doesn't come in here. I don't think he would take kindly to the things I'm about to say.
You want to make sure the angel doesn't come in?
Make sure Jesse doesn't come in.
Oh.
I gave Jesse the dagger.
Uh-huh.
So I want the angel to stay out there to be like guarding Jesse, and then basically be like, okay, like when the time's right, like sever that thing so that you can free the angel, and then Mark comes and bamps him out.
Okay.
And then Anna will head in.
So I think the first thing I want to point out is that, like, the director's huge desk sits between you and a big window.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think there's a pretty sizable, to his left, bookshelf, and to his right, mirror of about the same size and shape as each other. And he's sitting at his desk, and he goes, I don't usually meet with recruits.
Well, I'm not just any recruit. I have some information for you that I think you might be interested in.
Is that so, then?
Mm-hmm. I know that you've been looking into Kira Ashwood.
I look into all my junior agents.
Right. But she's not any agent, is she? I mean, she's got some sort of connection with, was it Agent M? Is that what I remember hearing? I know that you guys have plans for Kira Ashwood. But Kira Ashwood, she's been somebody that's been on my radar for a long time, too. She killed my mother.
God damn it. Executive producer Laura Johnson. Holy shit. This has been The Monsters Playbook, featuring
Sarah Baker as Tiff Torres.
John Wander as Mark Clayton.
Lauren Johnson as Anna and Kira Ashwood.
Miah Detjen as Casey Davis and Theo Nessos.
and Jonny Grubb as literally everybody else. Our theme song is by me, Jonny Grubb. The Monsters Playbook is produced and engineered by Miah Detjen and edited by Miah Detjen and Lauren Johnson. If you liked this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Monsters Playbook, and on Twitter at Monster Playbook, and on Web 1.0 at monstersplaybook.com. And come hang out with us on Discord. We're fun. We'll see you next episode where, as always, I'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening.
Is the director in here?
No.
Hello?
Hello?
Mr. Director?
Mr. John Gual?
I don't like this.
Don't like that. Young Guo.
Can you help me?